We're on the pound dollar on the 5 minute. As a result of the Brexit news throughout the course of the day, the market had rallied and then consolidated, and it's now provided an entry reason in the form of a flag pattern. So I'm just going to draw this out so that we can see it. We have our directional pole. If we draw it from the closes of the candles, okay, on the closes of the candles. Now there's one thing to bear in mind, and that is that structure on the lower time frames is not going to be as accurate as it is on the 15 or on the hourly or 4 hourly. So this one, I'm actually going to take it from the wick like this and like this. That actually does not look right. Okay, and we were looking for 4 touches. For me, that's 1, 2, this will be 3. And then we would be looking for the 4th touch anywhere from this zone and higher. And what's actually happened then is we were moving sideways before we made our 4th touch just here. And if we then look, sorry guys, just let me remove that. If we then look left for structure, okay, just delete those so we can see. I'm going to put a structure level on just there, and the key area really that stands out to me is just this one right here. We look further left, there is another area just there as well. So we've already had a hold at that level and a lower close, and if we zoom out we can clearly see there is room here to go lower, so we can play for a 1 in 1 out on this trade, looking for a 127 fib. Like that. It comes in just below our structure level, which is fine. And also if we put a fib on from our start of the pole, you can see that we've actually come into 61.8, came close to a 78.6, so the trade is still valid for me. Just bring back on the orders. It means that the risk on this trade is this much because stop's going 80 hour above the high. I'm not anticipating price to go any higher than that. If it does, then I'm assuming I am wrong. So that's the risk. And because we're able to play for the extension, we do have a very nice reward to risk here. So the risk is 50. The reward after front running is 158. We're back for an update. Currently 62 pips up on this trade. One thing I'm going to pay attention to is we've got the vote for Brexit throughout the evening, and I'm going to set an alert down to retest of the lows because we do have this psychological number. And I do want to monitor this. It may be a case that I may even take profits at this level, to be honest. In fact, it will probably be 10 pips above that psychological number, so around about this area. And I'm going to set alerts for that zone, and I'll see how price reacts. And also, just in case price decides to reverse. In fact, throughout this vote, I'm actually going to now move to break even. Last thing I want is for the news to come out and it just takes me out for a loss of 50 pips, particularly since we're going the right way. But I have got alarms set either side to monitor this. If I do take profits early at this point because of news and that psychological number, it'll make around about 110 for the profit. We're back. We had the news out about 20 minutes ago for Brexit, and I was at break even, and then what happened is the market turned and rallied up, and you can see that it actually spiked up to this level, but I was actually not in the trade. I was taken out for break even, and I've just been monitoring the 5 range here just to see if it will give me another entry, because we do have a lot of pips up for grabs here, and we do still have room to go down to get targets hit. What we've done is put in a 3-bar reversal on the 5 minute, so you can see right here we had a momentum candle followed by indecision, followed by a lower low lower close. Really importantly, look left, we came into our structure level and we rejected off it. This is a strong sign to me that we're going to go bearish. We go take a look at the 5 range, and what I've done here is we actually had a head and shoulders, but it was a cipher pattern as well coming down to this level, so we'd violated this level of structure. We pulled back anywhere in this outside return. We could look for a shorting opportunity. Right here we had a lower 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 close with the RSI going overbought, and I've used that as the entry. Let's see if we can get down to those targets at the 127. It does mean, just go back to the 5 minute. Okay, it does mean that the reward on this trade is, I think, 135. Okay, you want to be front running here by 5 pips. I'm going to make that 62. Potential reward still on the trade is 138. We're back for the update, and I have now been stopped out for 64 pips. I'm just going to go to where I got my entry, which was right here for that head and shoulders. We rallied right down, thought we may get the continuation, and we didn't. We just pulled back, and so we are out of that now for 64 pips.